Hello friends, I am Rekha Dawar. I am a mathematician and I am having experience of more than 25 years. Now today onwards I am going to connect with tutors. So I am going to complete my whole of the maths topic. I am going to cover full syllabus of maths. Today I am going to take the topic, that one is ratio and proportion. Ratio. What is ratio? I am giving you one example. Suppose if I am going to compare marks of maths test. In first test you have scored 20 marks out of 20. In second test if you have scored 18 marks out of 20. So in which test you have scored good marks or in which you have scored less marks. In other way we can say ratio is comparison of any two units and the unit should be same. We cannot take different units. Whenever we are taking the numbers of that should be belonging to same units. I am going to explain you all this on board also. Now first of all, suppose if I have scored, I am going to tell you in first unit test I have scored 18 marks out of 20 and after that I have scored in second test that is 20. Now first is 18, then I made the symbol. This symbol is representing symbol of ratio, which we used to call that ratio is 2. Then we say 18 ratio is to 20. Definitely you people have studied fraction also. If you are having any doubt, then I will continue that topic of after ratio also. Always remember the number which is written before the ratio sign, we call it antecedent. That spelling is antecedent, and the number which is written after the ratio sign is known as consequent. The number which is written before the ratio sign is antecedent. This one is also known as first term. And the number which is written after the ratio sign, this one is known as consequent. This one is known as second term. Whenever we are going to compare the ratio, the number which is at first term or at antecedent that comes at the numerator, means this one is numerator, and which is at consequent or at second term, that will be your denominator. Now we can compare. How to compare? Before comparison we can make this number into standard form. Standard form means making the number in smallest form or in the lowest form. Here at one place I am having 8 and here at one place I am having 0. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. So same number we are going to divide numerator and same number we are going to divide denominator. When we are dividing, we are getting at numerator that is 9 and in denominator we are getting the answer that is 10. We are going to place the number in the same sequence. It is numerator, definitely numerator means antecedent, so we are going to write 9 at antecedent, then we are going to make sign of ratio, and then is at second term. This one is at consequent place, so we are going to place the number at consequent place. This is the ratio we have compared. It means in the first test of maths I have scored 9 and in second we have scored 10. Same thing when we are comparing numbers, we have to keep a check that ratio sign, number 1, it should be in proper sequence. Number 2, the comparison of units should be same. We cannot compare two numbers of different units. That should be belonging to same unit. Number 3, if possible, ratio can be written in the simplest form. It cannot be written in the same form. Now I am going to explain you the next topic is proportion. Now first one is, this one is my first ratio and this one I am going to write that one is my second ratio. Now why I have written first ratio and second ratio? When we are comparing two ratios, that one is known as proportion. Now I'm going to explain you how come. This one is first ratio, this one is my second ratio. When first ratio is equal to second ratio, we used to say that they are in proportion, and symbol for proportion we used to make 4 dots to represent proportion. Proportions means numbers should be in equal unit. Now coming on second one, when we are writing same way, the first term is antecedent, or we can say that one is numerator, and the number which is written at the second place or at second term or consequent, that one is known as consequent. In the same, here we are having antecedent and second one is consequent. Now we are comparing two ratios, and in two ratios both the numbers should be same, or we are representing whether they are equal or not equal. First of all, for this one is, if I am suppose taking 15 ratio is to 30. If I have scored 30 marks from 50, I have scored 15 marks out of 50. This is the first ratio. Now when we are coming on the second one, same way, when I am taking here 30 ratio is to 60. This one is my second ratio. We are comparing two ratios and we are trying to prove that they are in proportion or not. Proportion means when we are expressing both the ratios, they are equal and all are belonging to same units. First of all, the number before ratio sign, that one is antecedent. This one is always known as extreme in proportion. Then the last number or the consequent of the second ratio is also known as extreme. Extreme means the numbers which are at the ending of the ratios. First number in the first ratio, second number in the second ratio. They are known as extreme. Now coming to the next, the second or the consequent number is known as mean. Then we are used to put the sign of symbol of proportion, and we are coming on the second ratio. The first number is known as mean. Now extreme, mean, mean, extreme. Whenever we are finding equality, we used to take a formula, means we used to take product of extreme. Product of extreme is equal to product of mean. Product of mean. When the product of extreme is equal to product of mean, we can say that they are in proportion. So we can replace this symbol by putting the symbol of proportion. I hope you must have understood the concept. Kindly like this video, share the video, and if you have any doubt you can comment on that so that I can share my doubt with you also. Thank you so much.